We're building a house. Hang on. I'm trying to think of an emote. I'll put Simsie sellout in the thingy. Hi everyone, good morning. I fixed the Y command. That's what I was doing just then. Anyway, I am going to build in The Sims today. Shockingly. Actually, it is a bit shockingly because it's 8 a.m. I'm live right now. We're going to build. I'm here early because I think I want to start streaming early on Wednesday mornings. I don't know, just as an experiment. It's just an experiment. Good evening. It's good evening for Jess. Yeah, Jess is in Korea. It's not the morning for you. For which I apologize for my well, no, it's better for you right now. It's not good on my normal stream times. But right now, this is ideal for Jess. So, hello. It's also the afternoon for a lot of you. In fact, I think it's going to be afternoon for most of you. I doubt that there will be many Americans here today. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Either way, welcome back. We're going to build today. I'll show you the house that I want to build. And admittedly, it's from the Disney neighborhood. You know, Golden Oak, the Disney mansion neighborhood I talked about yesterday on stream. Yeah. But it's a drawing of a house. It's not really a house. And I want to build it because I think it would be funny. So. Anyway, I'll show you. It's cute. It's cute. And we'll work on that in a minute. But for now, we can just hang out. Because, well, it's early. Give me a couple minutes. And then today, what else am I doing today? I have a lot of things to do, email, work-wise. And then for tonight, I'm going to dinner with my parents and my siblings, and Dan. He's also invited. So, you watched the video Battle Cake? Yeah. I don't know if you're talking about the one I talked about yesterday, but I mentioned this this house tour I watched that somebody made of their vacation home in Orlando, their multi-million-dollar vacation home in Orlando. And in the video, she literally was like, I love being frugal, because she talked about buying something from like Restoration Hardware Teen instead of like regular Restoration Hardware. And she was like, I love being frugal. In your multi-million-dollar house, frugal, okay. Come on. Also, Alicia, congrats on getting engaged. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, let me actually post an announcement in the Discord, because I'm live at 8 a.m. How do you... Can you not delete messages in the announcements channel anymore? I was gonna... Look. I was just gonna delete the one from yesterday to not crowd it up, but okay. I won't delete it then. Oh, spoilers. Sorry. Oh no, did you really fawn? I'm so sorry. Welcome to the stream though. Good morning. Okay, wait. Let me post an announcement really fast. At notifs. I don't know. I don't usually stream at this time, so I feel like I probably should let people know. Spud, Ems, Megan, Pumpkin, Dylan, Red, Topaz, Herbal Tea. Thank you all for the subs. Thank you so much, everybody. Okay, let me show you my plans for today. We're going to build a house in The Sims. In particular, I'm going to build this house in The Sims. Let me show you it bigger. This is a house that I saw when I was looking at pictures of houses in Disney's Golden Oak neighborhood. This is a neighborhood of multi-million-dollar houses on Disney property. The existence of it in real life, bit weird. This drawing, though, kind of cute. Kind of want to build it in The Sims. I don't know. So that's what I'm going to do right now, is build this in The Sims. I feel like, yeah, Tori, we're talking about this again. I can't stop. Pineapple, Jessica, Fula, Kitty, Katalia, Bananas, Tamsy, 16th Rose. Getting your friend ready for her first day of school. That's so exciting. Pinhead Larry, River, Kelowna, Tori, Flawley. Thank you all for the subs and stuff too. Okay. Anyway, it's gonna be base game. I think I'm gonna use at least Jungle Adventure on this one. Not just base game. I've done so many base game houses recently. Like before I went to Dan's house, I was doing like only base game builds for like 3 weeks. And then obviously all the cottage living builds I did were just base game and cottage living. So I kind of want to mess around. I don't know. No, I'm not doing a 12-hour stream. Good God, no. I'm going to start streaming in the morning on Wednesdays. That's the plan. We're going to start doing morning streams instead of afternoon streams on Wednesdays. Only on Wednesdays. I'm not doing a 12-hour stream right now. I'm not emotionally prepared for that. Starlene, Lord of the Pringles, thank you for the bits. Erdid, Sydney, Tori, Kawaii, Bella, Lil Nixon, Aylin, Isabel, Morgan, Amy, Michael. I'm sorry if I missed anything. Oh my God. Hey, Flawley, thank you for the subs and bits and stuff too, everybody. Carly, thank you so much. Okay. Andre, Carly, Moose Night. Okay, I don't think I missed anything. Thank you all for the subs. I was just looking at make sure I don't want to miss anybody. But I want to build a house here today. Let me actually open up this image somewhere so I can see it bigger. You can see it on the screen, but I need it bigger. Yeah, Dan's still asleep. Dan his back was hurting really bad last night. So I think he was awake a lot in the night because his back was hurting so bad for some reason. So he's still asleep. Hopefully, me screaming about The Sims doesn't wake him up. Sid, thank you for the 43 months. Oh my God, good luck, my friend. That is a very long time, by the way. Ooh. I'm so sorry. Lisa, Derry, Moth, Sorbet, Stupid, Chelsea, Buffy, Finch, Amanda, Mara, thank you for the subs. 34 months, Mara, thank you so much. Oh, okay. I need to open a second OBS so I can record this build too. And Aspire, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Oh my goodness. It's your first day of high school today, Delilah. That's exciting. Congratulations, my friend. I hope that it goes well. Oh, sorry, OBS glitching. The house drawing is pretty. Yeah. I mean, it better be if it's gonna cost like millions of dollars. You know? Toby, Sleepy Bakery, Lilac, Trini, thank you for the subs. No, Dan did not clean the litter box. Everyone keeps asking me this. I cleaned the litter box. I did. Give me credit. I did it like 4 days ago. Give me the credit I deserve. He wouldn't do it. He did carry the trash downstairs. But I cleaned the litter box. So, I believe that makes me the better person here. Outside, Tanisha, Luma, Steph, Messy, Dianis, aka Cat, Lavender, thank you for the subs and bits too, everybody. Okay. I don't know what half helping litter box means. Well, when he says he half helped, he means he carried the trash downstairs. Whatever. It's fine. I get it. Next time, I'm gonna teach him how to do it. It's not that big of a deal. It was just a joke I made on Twitter. And now everybody keeps asking about it. Kristen, thank you for the bits too. It's good to see you. Potato Jade, thank you for the subs and bits, everybody. I think I'm gonna build the house here. I might even have my legacy family move into it eventually. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But for now, I kind of just want to wing it and start building. So. Ellie, thank you for the sub gift. Katie, Mina, Caitlin, Farrell, thank you for the subs too. I mean, again, I just want to make it clear that yes, this house image is from Disney's Golden Oak neighborhood. But in case you missed it, this is not me being a Disney person. This is me mocking them. I literally complained about this for like 20 minutes on stream last night because I saw this video of this person that built a house in Golden Oak and they just It's all so out of touch with reality. The rich people are so scary. The way rich people are with their money and their... I could have had an elevator, but I decided not to because I didn't want to be that person. What are you talking about? Anyway, it's okay. The house is cute, so we can build it. Cece, thank you for the 12 months. Whimsical, Emma, Kerr, Mackenzie, Ella, Chloe, Cece, Dark on it. I don't know. Thank you all for the subs. Okay. I think... I'm just feeling it out. Deciding what I want to do here. I'm going to use platforms, I think. The way you... Okay, no, someone said, like that guy who decided to go to space for 5 minutes instead of, I don't know, charity. I love that you refer to these people as that guy. These little billionaires in their little space race, just that guy. I really appreciate you doing that. I don't know if it was on purpose or if you just didn't know their names, but that guy in reference to, like, Jeff Bezos is really funny to me. That guy. That's what he deserves. He does. Root and Froggy, Ellen, Soap, Fervin, thank you all for the subs, too. It was on purpose? Yeah, I figured. Okay, let me start recording. I'm just gonna wing it now. Fingies crossed. All right, so this house, it has like a house, kind of like that. And then there's like another house, kind of like this. And then there's like a chimney, kind of like there. I don't know if I want this to be wider. There's gonna be a front door there. We'll figure it out. Is this the same house from yesterday with the weird cinema room? No, this is a totally different house. This is just one I found online. It's not even a real house, it's a drawing of a house. But it's not the same house from yesterday, no. We were looking at that house that we looked at yesterday is actually for sale. And it costs $8.5 million. This one is just a random house. One that's not actually for sale. So, all right, I'm gonna move these things over, I think. Maybe I'll do it like that. I'm unsure of this. I am unsure of this. Okay, I think... Shin, Emma, Apollo, Posey, Ella, Ravi, Ava, Ginger, Josie, thank you, teardrops, all with the subs and stuff, thank you so much. Astrid, just so you know, the website did tell you this when you bought it, but the merch sold out and they had to reprint them. So you bought a reprint, and then the reprints were supposed to ship, and then the place that prints them had a COVID scare, like somebody got COVID, so they had to like quarantine and shut the place down for a little bit because a bunch of people got COVID in the building. So the printing took longer than it was supposed to because people couldn't work. So I apologize, but they did have to reprint them because the merch sold out originally. So your merch will come probably very, very soon. It just took a tiny bit longer than anticipated because of COVID. So everybody's okay, but not good. That's why. My apologies. If you actually have questions about that, you can email the customer support of the merch if you have like specific questions. I can't like check on your specific things. I'm not the one shipping them or anything. But it just took longer to reprint than expected because of COVID. Directly because of COVID, which is scary. But luckily everybody's okay. So I think I'm gonna put small platform. There's gonna be an entryway here. Nani, thank you for the 2 months. Rhodes with the Prime sub. Tara with the 8 months. Deadman with the bits. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. Okay. I hope I don't miss anything. I'm just, my brain, it's too early for me to read so much. Drew, I'm sorry. I hope that you're okay. I'm really, really sorry to hear that. And Bobert, thank you for the 10 months too. Okay. I'm trying to think like, let me just start with the roofing because then I can figure this out. Lower. Okay. Local Caleb, I'm gonna or that's a celeb. I'm gonna start streaming in the mornings on Wednesdays. Yes. If you ever have questions about the stream schedule and stuff, I always post a schedule in the Discord, so you can't always see it there. But I'm gonna start doing morning streams on Wednesdays, just to see how I like it. Do I want to do it like that? I feel like it's actually smaller, like the one in the. I'm not accepting comments or criticism at this time. I'm trying to figure it out. Please do not criticize before I figure it out. Oh god. Okay. It's fine. It's always weird trying to build houses, like real houses, because the scale is off, you know? So when you try and like recreate it in The Sims, it always looks weird, especially in the beginning. So bear with me. That'll be fine. Okay. I think I might actually make the house longer. Yuck. Okay, I think that'll be better. I just want it to be like further back, kind of like how it is in the picture. So yeah, the first 10 minutes of a build's always the worst part. it takes like some, I don't know, you gotta figure out what your plan is, and then once you've got it started, it's easier. But it's just the beginning part that's always a bit odd, because you gotta figure it out first, you know? I might even make this skinnier. I think I'll like it better that way. Yeah, now I make the whole house skinnier. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'll figure it out. Okay. I think that could work. That's more so what I was expecting it to look like. Disguise Rose, Kelly Country, Viva, sorry, Delay, Ave, Townie, Lucy. Thank you all for the subs and bits and stuff. Thank you so much. Okay. I need to pick a roof color. I think, I'm really sorry if I missed anything as well. I know I say this every time, but in the beginning of stream, it's always, there's a lot happening. It usually gets easier to not miss things later on. So please bear with me. Ew. Okay. Okay. I'm into this. I like it. Hedge, happy birthday. Thank you for the 3 months. Ravy, thank you for the 17 months. I can sing you a birthday song, Hedge. I can do it. Disguise, I saw your 6 month sub. I just said it. I'm sorry if you missed it, but that was only a minute ago. Thank you for the 6 months though. Okay, I think, so this in 18 minutes? Yes, 7 minutes actually, since I started recording it. Okay, I think I'm gonna put, okay. And then I want to do like a wall. Oh, the problem with the platforms is that it does that. That's gonna make me feel really sad, isn't it? Oh no. Okay, I need to think this through. I need to figure out what I want it to look like. That is annoying. Tiny, thank you for the 3 months, by the way. I don't want to use half walls. I'm not using half walls. We can use some half walls. That's not what I want it to look like, though. Tiny Yeehaw, thank you for the subs. 36 months. Yeehaw, thank you, thank you, thank you. Malika, Miss Kate, Emmy, Mello, thank you all for the subs, too. Okay, guys, I told you I don't want to use half walls because they're ugly. That is way less detailed and way less fun than the actual fences. Okay? That's why I want to use a real fence, because I think it looks better. All right, I think I might even curve it. Let me get like this. Well, I suppose we could probably like put a floor in this whole area. We can put grass and some like decorations. So that's a fun idea. We can put this all the way up here. Go like this. I don't know. I don't know. Mill, I'm not using a foundation on purpose because I have plans. I'm using a platform instead intentionally. I want it to look a little bit split leveled, and you can't really do that the way that I want to if you use a foundation, hence why I'm using a platform. All about, thank you for the 14 months. Mars, thank you for the bits. Thank you so much, everybody. This fence is base game. The fence isn't from anything. It's just part of the base game. And then like, see, the problem is that I want there to be, like in an ideal world, wait, let me see if I can do something about this. In an ideal world, I would really like it if I could have, if I could have, obviously you can't do this because the game doesn't work like this, but I would really like it if I could have, like a fence in front of the platform. Obviously you can do this with half walls, but I don't want to because the half walls are not as pretty as the fence. Do you understand what I mean? That is just not the same vibes. It just looks worse. So obviously it's possible, it's just ugly. That's not what I want it to look like. It's fine. Everything is fine. If we use half walls, it can be shorter. Ugh. This game makes me feel sad. Anybody else relate to that? Okay, we can do it like this. It'll be fine. That's the wrong one. Could probably use some like debug things to add decorations to it as well. So we can make it work. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get some debug things. And then I can't have it be rounded anymore. Because you can't make half walls rounded. Okay, how do I want to do this? I think I want to do it like this. There's gonna be landscaping in this part. But I'm not sure if that's like too small. The front door is gonna go right there. Maybe I should make it not like this anymore. Oh, I like that. I think that looks good. Oh yeah, I know. The thing is, like, they were talking about the mismatched swatches when the cottage living windows and doors. And the thing that they do, right, is that, oh no. With these packs, they try and give you like more than one window set, which is lovely. Which, I mean, I like having more than one window set, don't get me wrong. But because they do that, you've got like 2 windows that match, and then 3 windows that match, and those don't match each other. And it hurts. It hurts. Souls, thank you for the 7 months. Ivory, thank you for the tier 2, 13 months. Red Gal, Audrey, thank you for the subs as well. Yeah, that's the thing. I wish that, like, it was easier to, I don't know, like, if they at least had similar swatches, you know, like, I would be really appreciative of that. But alas, they've got, like, they both have a white swatch and a black swatch, but they're not the same white or black, so they don't match each other. To the point where it's like, it almost matches, but not quite, so you just can't use it because it looks terrible when you put them next to each other, you know? That's the problem. No. Well, Oh my god. Okay, I'm looking for a thing I can put on the edge of this fence. Honestly, kind of like this. But that's too big. How tall is that? Maybe that's what I want it to look like. Maybe I will do this, and I'll just accept that it's gotta be shorter. Let me give myself a bunch of these for now, in case I want to use them. I should get the better build by mod again. This would make my life a lot easier. Not for the Potts family, no, this is just for fun, ladies' ass. I'm just building, not for anyone in particular. Just building. Okay, maybe I will get rid of all of that for now. I think I will then just get rid of this. Are you serious? Why? There's a hole into the void. There's a hole into the void. I can use some courtyard oasis in this build, possibly Moxie. Sometimes I try to not use the kits in builds like this if I want them to be able to download it by, if I want them to be able to be downloaded by people, because when you use courtyard oasis and things like that, then people can't really download the stuff very easily. But is that gonna raise it up? No, it will not. No, it will not. Okay, I am extremely annoyed by that. What can I do about this? Anyway, the kits, like, I'm still undecided about them and how I feel about them. How do I fix this problem? Won't it look so nice though? If we could do it like this. 1, 2. It can just be too high, it's fine. It's fine. I'll get over it. This is why I wish I could use a fence as well, because does that clip? Yes, it does. It does clip. I might put plants in there. I might put plants in there. I'll figure it out. Let me figure out a door too. I don't know. Maybe that door could be good. Yeah, see, I was thinking about putting a plant in it so it looks like a planter. That was the goal that I had, but I'm still not sure about that. And then the other problem, right, is that you can't really match the tile. Which bothers me. You have a very special system in building. What does that mean? I know I'm making this more complicated than it needs to be, but what does that mean? Okay, oh no, am I gonna need to put this here too? I think I am. Oh no, not that low. And then staircase. Will the staircase look silly here? Oh no, it's okay. I'm actually okay with that. I think it looks kind of cool. I am really unsure about this build. I really don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm just trying to put... You go from fence to doors to putting a plant here? No, I don't! What I'm doing makes sense. I'm trying to figure out where the entryway is gonna go. I don't go all over the place with my builds. It's chat that does. In my mind, this is logical. I'm trying to do the fence and make the entryway, so I put the door down so I could see where the entryway is gonna need to be. I'm sensitive. Aristogal, Lavender, Goose, BC, Maddie, Finn, thank you for the subs, everybody. Look, it makes sense in my brain, okay? The logic in my brain makes sense. I don't like how this looks. I've made a mistake. I've made a big mistake. No, I don't like how that looks either. Okay. Okay. I wish that I could have like these little tiles. I want the fence to look like this. It's really annoying to me that it doesn't look like that. Like I wish so badly I had like a thing I could put on top of this half wall to make it look more like the little pieces I've put. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Is this supposed to be, like, that is a planter, isn't it? That's what it's supposed to be. Well, it works for my purposes. Maybe I'll get a couple more. The reason I'm doing this is because you can't, like, eyedropper tool these. So I'm just grabbing myself a bunch in case I need them later. I don't think it's a chimney. It's got, like, stone in it. I don't think it's a chimney. If it were, I don't think it would be, like, this. Yeah, I'm not gonna find what I'm looking for. It's a fire pit? I don't know if I agree with that. Tasha, Cole, Mythics, Allison, oh my god, excuse-moi, Purple, Mizor, Louisa, Bestie, thank you all for the subs. Elena, thank you for the 5 gifted subs too. Thank you so much. I don't know about this. I don't know about this. I think, one thing that I want to do, maybe if I paint this, I'll feel better. I think that the house in the picture has a stone kind of like this one. Sorry, that's my loud neighbor. Please disregard. My apologies. VMO, Ozzy, Kimmy, Steph, thank you all for the subs too. I think I like that, or maybe we could use the... Oh, I think the one in the picture is a bit more like, I don't know, there's more contrast to it. I think I like the stone. I might use a different roof. I might use the Jungle Adventure roof because it's got like more color to it. Or more like texture, I should say. Okay. Elena, thank you for the sub gift as well. Thank you so much. And then the windows, I'm thinking maybe some from Jungle Adventure might be good. Or like the cottage living ones that are kind of like this. It looks kind of like the picture, but I don't know about that. Maybe this would be good if we did these. Does it come in the same color? No, because that would make too much sense. Why would it match the other stuff we have in this game? What? Why would it? That's fine. I didn't want it to. I didn't want it to match. I actually like that it doesn't match. I think it's really nice that it doesn't match. I'm really happy that it doesn't match. Oh boy. Do you know there's also a university window that kind of looks like the one in the picture? That actually looks almost identical to the one in the picture, I'm not gonna lie. But is that what I'm going for? That I don't know. Are you actually happy or are you just convincing yourself? No, I'm really happy with this. Okay, I want to use... Why does it do that? I want to use like these flowery thingies like how they did. I mean, they also have... That's just not what I'm going for. I want like an in-between of this and this. Maybe if I size it down, I'll like it better. That could work. It doesn't look good. Yeah, I've got the picture on screen. Amy, I put the picture on screen. Yes, peanut butter. I'm gonna start streaming in the mornings on Wednesdays on purpose. This is the first of probably many. But yeah, I want to start streaming in the mornings on Wednesdays. This isn't what I want it to look like. I want it to be so fancy, and it's just not. You know, Becca, Scottish. Same, Skipper, Isabella, Evelyn, Vexy, Savannah. Thank you all for this up. Maybe like... That's not... I want it to go like around. It's not what I want it to look like. I'm feeling very disappointed in The Sims right now. Is that really what I want this to look like? Is that the right height? Yeah, it is. A different door? I think this door is the best we're gonna get. It's not the door's fault, it's the plant's fault. I'm not sure there's much better we could get for the door that is gonna look like what I want it to look like. How do people do this? How do they make this kind of thing look okay? The genuine question. I don't... Is that clipping inside? No. Scoot it as far over as we can without it clipping. Look, I'm just experimenting. This looks terrible. That's not what I want it to look like at all. That's not what I want it to look at all. No, 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 no. Okay, I put a light. Look, I'm making progress. We have a light now. No, those flowers really bother me, not because of the door. It's the fact that they're so uniform. And like I said, I don't like how these look. This isn't what I'm going for. I already tried this. It doesn't like... I think that looks goofy. But like, this one's just too solid and like uniform. It doesn't work how I want it to. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I'm just gonna keep putting windows and then come back to it. Because maybe once there's more house, it'll look less out of place, you know? At least that's my hope. Fingers crossed. You like these vines? That's what I want it to look like. I just want the flowers to be different on them. That's why I'm unsure about this. But it'll be fine for now. It will be fine for now. We could also, like... I don't know, like, could I... It looks goofy when it's layered. Never mind. I don't like it. Never mind. I changed my mind. I I want to put... Hopefully once we get some more of the other wallpapers. I don't like how that one looks. Can I get one that's a bit more... Yeah, the jungle adventure one is good. It's got more texture to it. I might also make this part of the house skinnier. I'm undecided. How wide is this? 6? Oh, they're both 6. Oh. Yikes. I'm not gonna be live tonight, Julie, no. So the point is that I'm trying to start streaming in the morning on Wednesdays instead of the regular stream time on Wednesdays. Only on Wednesdays, though. I'm just trying to see if I perhaps like streaming at this time better on Wednesdays. Just one, because it's like more time zone friendly for other people, but two, because then I can do things afterward during the day. So that's the idea. Forgot section on the side. I didn't paint most of the back of the house. It's okay. I'm not done painting the house yet. I was just painting the front so I could get an idea of what I want it to look like. It's not done on purpose. I know it's not done. I think... That looks weird too. There's gonna be plants underneath it, so hopefully that'll help. I want smaller windows. I want it to be thinner. I don't know. This house is more difficult than I expected it would be. Sometimes this happens because I don't usually build houses like this. I don't know. So I feel like it's not going according to plan. That doesn't look right. I guess there could be 2 bigger windows downstairs and then smaller ones upstairs. I know there's arches in the picture, Jaro, but I think that would look ugly in The Sims. Because the scale's a bit weird. I think it wouldn't look so good in The Sims if we put the arches there. Because they basically have like arch detailing on the wall. But we're not going to put like an arch in front of the... I mean, like, it's possible if we did something like this. But even then, it's not going to fit well. And then we could put the walls back and stuff. But, like, I just don't really want to be bothered with that kind of thing. And I'm not going to put, like, a separate room to have arches. The scale is going to be way messed up if we do that. So, I think... I want, like... I feel like their windows actually look like this, but we can't do that very easily in our build. Maybe we could use... Maybe I'll put the medium wall height of these downstairs. Why does it not have the same swatches? It's the same window, but bigger. I don't understand. I feel like sometimes I swear this game is pranking me. That doesn't make any sense. Why? Why? It's okay. I really like that they don't match, actually. It's a nice touch. The Sims 4 is very consistently inconsistent with this sort of thing, and that I respect them for. my god. Okay. I'm gonna figure this out, don't worry. I think I'm gonna do like single tile windows. This game, I swear, it's gonna make me cry. No, that looks really ugly. Once I figure it out, mark my words. Mark my words. It's gonna look good. I just haven't figured it out yet. I think... Am I back home? Yeah, Lucy got back on Friday of last week. Dan moved on Friday, so he's been living here for a few days now. Windows with the shutters, maybe? The ones from the base game? I never use those. You're talking about these? I don't really know about those, especially because the shutters don't match the other windows. I'm not sure if it's bad or not, but maybe. I might actually put these windows back, and then, to be honest with you, I might match these to the ones upstairs. I think that would solve my problems if it just was all the same on the buildings. Is that too many windows? Maybe just one. And then there could be trees or something. I don't know. Kath, thank you for the 5 months. Shan, Lucy, Megan's, Ren, Agav, Azur, Charlie, Feminist, Sydney, thank you all for the subs. Thank you so much. If I did Ivy at the side, I was kind of thinking about doing that here. That's why I put it off-centered, but we'll figure it out. And then... No, leave it. Leave it. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that. I think I'm okay with that. I'm not sure about this business down here. I want the walls to look good, but I just don't think they do. I guess we could always, like, put trim around it and see if we like how that looks better. It's definitely something different. But then, like, I don't know. Why is it doing that? Can you... Okay. And obviously we're gonna landscape up here. So it'll look better once it has some landscaping. But... they're not chimneys on the corners! I think they're planter boxes. They're not chimneys. I think that they're supposed to be planter boxes. You can see they've got stone in them. It's definitely not a chimney. I don't really understand what it's supposed to be. Why does that delete one of them? I don't think I want it to look like that. I feel like that doesn't... Oh, I'd be okay doing that. I actually think that helps. Why? It was there before. Simmering Lex, Cravagill, Geologist D. Oh my god, Zoinks, thank you for the bits and subs. I'm glad to hear that, Zoinks. Oh my god. Decorative trash cans? You think... It's okay. Show us the ring. Theodora, there's a picture on Instagram that's easier for you to see. I feel like when I show you on stream, you can't really tell. But if you look on stream, if you look on the Instagram, you'll be able to see it more up close. I posted an up close picture on purpose on Instagram. The stairs disappeared because I got rid of the platform, Nike. I'm gonna put it back. It's okay. I'm just messing around with this, trying to make it look not stupid. Platforms in this game, for some reason, are so, like, cursed, and I okay. No, I'm glad. I like that it's messed up, actually. I think it's nice that I can't put the stairs. I didn't want stairs, so I'm actually happy that it doesn't work, because I didn't want stairs anyway. They can just jump. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, well, maybe if I reload it, it might work. Let's try and reload a lot and see if it works. Perhaps that will fix it. Terrain paint? No problem. Delete it. I don't mind. What obstruction do you think you're intersecting? That's an honest question, game. Is it gonna happen on all the platforms? No matter what? Wherever it is? I don't want to use platforms to make fake stairs. I don't like how it looks. Deep breaths. It's not the trim. No, it's not the trim. Katie, thank you for the sub gift to Nova. Thank you so much. Shell, Simmery, Lex, Crabigail, thank you all for the subs too. It's fine. I'm happy with it. I like it. I'm not upset. Okay. BB.testing cheats on. No, BB.show hidden objects. I'm gonna look at some of the debug landscaping. Let's put, I think I like how this looks. I think I'm okay with it. I'm not sure what I'm gonna put as the texture on it, like what flooring I'm gonna put on it, but for now, it's fine. I think I wanna look at, oh, what if we swapped it out? Wait. Oh my god. We may have done something here with this. That's way better. Okay. See? Oh. There's some fun things in debug with cottage living. I scrolled past the trees. I need to go back. I was thinking about using something like this tree over here. I don't know why. It just seems fancy to me. And like it would be a nice touch. Oh. Not sure about that. I'll think about it. I'm not sure about this either. I think that these little corner pieces look really weird. It doesn't work. We're doing that on Friday, Luke. Yeah, that is the plan. I think... So, this house has like really pretty landscaping in the picture. It's like very lush, you know? So I'd like to do something like that. I just don't really know how to pull it off. Just get lots of bushes up here, I guess. I don't know. Okay. I think... Let me look at some of the island living stuff. Because... No, I don't know how to do the luscious landscaping. This is so different from how I usually landscape my builds. Dilla, Rebecca, Katie, thank you for the subs, everybody. Thank you so much. I guess if that's closer to the edge. Well, there's purple on those. Maybe we could try and do like purple with the flowers and see if it fixes it. Well, not fixes it, but like see if the purple flowers like ties everything together somehow. I wish that there was a wall. I so badly wish that I could have my wall again. I really liked my wall. I thought it was so nice. And it doesn't look good. Slightly awkward, thank you for the 5 months. Platforms are so cursed. Tilla, thank you for the 9 months. Oh, okay. But I want it to be split leveled inside so badly. That's why I did this, because I want it to be split leveled inside. I think it'll look really cool. But at the moment, it doesn't look cool. We can use the wall in the back of the house for sure, yeah, just not in the front. It doesn't work. And I don't like how it looks with the half walls either. Like the half walls look really silly. Which is why I don't want to do it. We're not gonna copy the floor plan, Charlie. There is, all I've seen is the photo that I have on the screen of the exterior. I'm gonna do the floor plan myself. We don't have like a floor plan to go off of or anything for the interior. I'm just gonna do one. Okay. I think... I'm looking at the photo. They also have like a bunch of those planters. You know, how Jungle Adventure comes with... They have like the empty ones too. Well, we can put some of these around the place though. This will be kind of cute actually if we get like some little plants around. Oh, I like that a lot. That's gonna be good. We'll make that work. But the top part, I meant they have like these pots. It would be cool if we could stick like... Is that too big? Let me size it down. No, wrong thing. Wrong thing. No, you can't draw the fence, move the platform in front of it. You can do that with some things in The Sims to like sneak it, but the platforms, the fence will like automatically go to platform height. It won't work like that, unfortunately. That's an idea. I think we can make something like that work. They mean like if I put a fence down like this and then put a platform on it, would the fence stay? No. It'll delete the fence or it'll put the fence like on it. You can't put a fence like next to it. The fence goes on top of it automatically. Unfortunately. No, I like the orange ones. Platforms are so fun and easy to work with. Yeah. Okay. What happens if I put it lower? Like in that one. Okay. I kind of like that, actually. We do it green. That could work. That could work. No, Oz, you can't, like, draw the fence and pick it up and move it. Fences are on purpose supposed to go on top of the platforms. So it won't, you can't put a fence next to, you can't put a fence next to a platform. There is no workaround. It's not possible. Molly Malone, slightly awkward. Thank you for the subs. Lisa, thank you for the prime sub. Molly, I don't like the low fences. Even as a trim. It doesn't match anything. I'm not gonna do that. Birthday plans? Yeah, Astrid, we're doing a charity stream next Friday. Not like in a couple days, but next week. Because my birthday is August 14th, so that's the Saturday. So on the Friday, we're gonna do a charity stream, which I'm very excited about, for able gamers. So I think I'm gonna go back to the... liked it better. And then nothing's gonna match the white. This game, I swear, is going to make me cry. That's why it's so difficult to recreate things based off of like real life images, you know? Just because it's never gonna look how it looks in real life. It just won't. So everything you do is gonna look like subpar. The fact that it doesn't match bothers me so much. I don't know what to do about this. None of the whites are the same, like... Oh, Jordan, thank you for the bits, by the way. Do you know what? Forget it. I'm not putting this landscaping on a platform. I've decided I don't want to anymore. Whatever, it's fine. Everything is fine. I didn't even want it on a platform. That'll be fine. And the rest of this, we can just fake it. We can just fake it, it's fine. This is gonna take me so long. I'm sorry. The shadows are weird in this spot because of these trees. The sun's like over here. The lighting on this lot is pretty bad. Like, no matter what, the sun's always in a weird spot, so it makes the lighting kind of weird on this lot, always. So that's why. Neve, thank you for the 21 months. Fancy grapes and tennis with the subs. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, I could use the real fence now, technically, but even then, I'm not sure if I want to. Even then, I am unsure about that. Could I like make a fence? It's so wide. It's kind of weird. I hate how it's clipping as well. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Go back. I think it bothers me. I think the top is really annoying. I think that's not gonna work. It's like too much. I don't think it's good. Oh my god, the platforms are so annoying. Whose idea was this? I just don't know how to make it look good. We don't want to use half walls. Oh, good God. I know you might just come into the stream. We've tried half walls. Nothing looks good on them. There's no trim and no paint that looks okay. Trust me. I can't. Don't say half walls to me. I'm gonna scream. It's not you, it's the half walls. Okay. Little Skyzy, thank you for the subs. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Maybe I'll put like a one high platform. If the platform's one high, I can just have a tiny bit of... Where's the... Okay, I can delete my plants, that's fine. But if it curves, I don't know, that might help. Maybe we should just not use these anymore. Maybe it's fine without them. Oz, Abby, K Spears, Mel, Little Sarah, thank you all for the subs too. Save game, save game, save game, save game, save game. It's kind of cool. It's like tiered now. I don't know. I don't know. This could work. I don't have any custom content, no. I don't really use any build CC. So I don't have any custom content. That's not gonna be the answer to our problems either. Okay, I'm gonna put some grass terrain paint down. This house, like this lot, originally had something like this. Oh, weird. Anyway, the original house had something like this, like grass in the front yard and then desert in the back, kind of like where this stuff is, which makes sense. Why am I live? Laura, I'm gonna start streaming in the morning on Wednesdays. I think perhaps... No, I think I like... I don't know what to do about... Yeah, Marilyn, or this is the same lot as my YouTube legacy. This is not the same, obviously not the same house or family, but this is the same lot that we're living on. And it's the one across the street from the land grabs. I think... like any of this. I really don't like it. I don't know why. I don't know how to make it work. Something about this is just not, it's not speaking to me. I'm gonna scoot it forward on the lot a little bit. I'm gonna have to redo the terrain paint, but I think I like it better there. I think... I'm gonna put rocks there, so we'll... it looked so much better when it was the... Like, the big one is just so much smoother, you know? That looks nice. Okay. And then... Let me show you the house big again, in case you missed it. This is the picture that we're looking at. I'm just trying to be inspired by the front of it. I don't have like pictures of the inside or anything. I just like how this looks. And I really like how they have like the wall with the landscaping there. That's why I'm trying to recreate that. Obviously we could do something else, but I just like how that looks a lot. So I was trying to recreate it. It's not working the way I wanted it to. Obviously there are other options, but that's what I was trying to do unsuccessfully. Oh, no. I like how this terrain paint looks. I'm gonna use this one. Well, I guess theirs is kind of like... Is that weird? Hate the new terrain paint sound. Yeah, it is weird. It's definitely an adjustment. The new terrain paint sound is odd. It's unlike how it used to be, which makes it a bit weird. Maybe I'll give myself a little bit of a wall. Well, if I can have some courtyard, maybe I'll like it better. Aubrey, thank you for the 9 months. My cat, thank you for the Prime sub. Sounds like spray painting? Yeah. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's just weird because we aren't used to the sound of it yet. So the sound of the terrain paint right now is very odd and like kind of off-putting. I know they have a circular driveway, Cat. I don't want to put it that far forward on the lot because I want to have things in the back. So I'm not going to do the circular driveway on purpose. Lola Vicky, thank you for the subs. I think... No, it used to sound different than this. It had a similar sound, but it's a new sound effect. Similar, but it is different. Which is why some people don't like it. Because it's the same, but a little bit different, the new sound effect. You're right, it did sound similar to this, though. I think I might put this here, actually. And then we'll have some landscaping in front of it. Yeah, we'll put landscaping there, maybe. I don't know. Okay. I think... You like the new one? Yeah, I like the new sound effect too. For some reason, the new sound effect feels more substantial. Like, it makes me feel like I'm actually painting the ground. I don't know. Bella, thank you for the 7 months. Con, thank you for the 5 months too. Oh, I'm definitely liking this better. It is certainly growing on me. Okay. Okay. I think for now, I think the picture, they've got like some really big, that's too big. But I think in the picture of the real house, they have some like big potted plants. We can make our own big potted plants though. We don't have to use those. This one can stay like that, but I think, oh, debug, scary. Too many things, too many things. Is it your birthday? Emma, happy birthday. I think, No, maybe if I just filter by Jungle Adventure decorations, we can find it better. City Living has some, yeah, but definitely Jungle Adventure has some. There's a bunch of packs that have pots. We can look at City Living first. They've just got like, well, I thought City Living had one. Oh yeah, this one. There are things like this, but I think the Jungle Adventure ones are more what I was looking for. Mostly because I can get just, because they have like one this option. Does that come in? See? Ooh, that works. And then I can put myself some plants. Yeah, the one from City Living is like too fancy. Exactly. That's kind of how I'm feeling too about it. Too fancy from City Living. Okay. We can make this work. Yeah, the topiaries. I know. Okay, so these these houses in Disney's Golden Oaks neighborhood, Disney has this like McMansion neighborhood that you can buy a like $8 million house in. And one of the things that they do in these houses is they have lots of like hidden Mickeys in this Disney neighborhood. And so a lot of the people that live there, they'll have like fountains into their pools. And the fountains will be like a Mickey Mouse shaped topiary with a fountain spewing out of it. It's absurd. Like picture, I don't know, kind of like this thing, but it's Mickey Mouse. You know? It's just a lot. It's just a lot. I can't believe it's really a thing that actually happens in real life. And I just, of all the things to spend your money on, you know, like you have that much money and then you get a Mickey Mouse like fountain in your front. I don't know. It's kind of scary, but oh well. Maybe just because if I had the money to buy an $8.5 million house, like that's not my top choice. I don't want Disney-shaped doorknobs. I don't know, lad. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not here to judge, though. If you spend your millions of dollars on whatever you wish. Ew. Ew. The plant is clipping in the pot? Oh, I didn't put it far enough over. Don't you already live in the Disney castle? Yeah. I live in Magic Kingdom. I live in the castle. That's my bedroom. In the Magic Kingdom castle. Right there in it is where I live. Yes, that's true and not a lie. They get great perks? Like what? Perks of living in... Access to special events and members-only lounges, free shuttles around Disney property, and extended hours at the theme parks? Okay, it's not free. You surely pay HOA dues. Chefs from the 5-star Four Seasons Hotel down the road are on call any time of the day to come to the resident's home. They have 2 restaurants in the neighborhood's community center. How much are the HOA dues? That's what I want to know. How much HOA? $5,100 annually. There is an additional fee of maintaining the... Wait, the HOA fee is $5,100, but there's an additional landscaping fee of $2,550. That's actually less than I thought it would be. the HOA of living in there. But that's still a lot of money. But I thought it would be like $1,000 a month. And just HOA fees. I don't know. Not that it's cheap, but I just thought it would be more than that. Does that make sense? Okay. Weird. Very weird. It's so expensive. It's kind of scary. No. Yeah, that's not that much for a house like that. Like, it's a lot of money, but in a neighborhood like that, like, sometimes if you live in like a luxury condo building, you could have like multiple thousands of dollars a month just in the HOA fees for the condo building. A month. So like the idea of living in a Disney neighborhood, I sort of expected the HOA fees to be that expensive too, you know? Not 51,000 a year, 5,100. Oh, good God. 5,100, not 51,000. That's different. Oh my God. No, but I expected it to be more like 5,000 a month. Maybe not 5,000 a month. That's kind of more what I was expecting it to cost. Could you imagine 51,000 a year to live in somewhere like that? No. That's too high, even for a Disney neighborhood. I think... I don't know what bushes to put. What's HOA fees? I realize this is probably a very American thing. HOA is a homeowners association. And so in like fancy neighborhoods like this, even in like regular neighborhoods that aren't fancy, a lot of times there's an HOA. And the HOA will do things like, a lot of times they'll take care of the landscaping in the neighborhood. They'll yell at you that you can't paint your house a certain color. The HOAs kind of have a bad rap for stuff like that, like for fining people and like sending hate mail because you have too many weeds in your yard or whatever. But in a neighborhood like this Golden Oak one, the HOA would like cover the like pristine fancy landscaping and like the maintenance of the tennis courts and like stuff like that. So you pay a fee to have access to like the neighborhood pool or whatever. Sometimes your condo might have the same thing. Like your condo building might have like a gym and a pool and stuff, and you would pay the HOA dues so that to have access to it. And then the building has money in case it needs to make repairs on something or whatever. I don't know. People don't really like HOAs because they kind of get a reputation of like Karen types sending you like aggressive letters being like, you need to power wash your driveway. You know, you're not in our regulations. You need to have your grass a certain height, like stuff like that. That's why people don't really like them, because they kind of get a bad reputation for doing things like that to people. Yeah, so it's basically supposed to keep the neighborhood like nice and pretty, but some of them are really strict and ridiculous and people don't like them. So, like the neighborhood that I live in has an HOA, but they don't really complain much. Like, they pay for like the people to cut the lawns and like clean the pool. It's not that expensive. Like, it's not, but some places, if you live in like a fancy neighborhood, especially with like, because the HOA is run a lot of times by people in the community. Like the HOA president is like someone who lives in the neighborhood. Speaking of lawn people. But a lot of times they're like live in the neighborhood. So if you live in like some $8 million house, the person that's running the HOA also lives in an $8 million house, and they want their neighbors' houses to be very nice, so that they feel nice in their little fancy neighborhood. So sometimes they can be mean. Your HOA almost fined you for parking in your side driveway. Yeah, they'll have rules like that. Like, you can only have 2 cars parked in your driveway past 10 p.m. Like, some places have rules like that. And then they'll send you a letter threatening to fine you for breaking it. Yeah. But I think that, I'm pretty sure like every area where I live is all part of an HOA. Like, I don't even know where you'd live in a house that isn't like in a neighborhood with an HOA in it. Like, that's just not a thing that like, these are like regular neighborhoods, you know, they're not like all fancy neighborhoods. But they're like, I live in Florida, so like they're everywhere around here. Yeah, bad. I don't know what I'm trying to put down. Maybe like a get together. That's not really what I was going for. Oh, maybe I do want one of them though. That could be a nice touch. You feel like gated in or sectioned off neighborhoods have HOAs and others don't? Maybe in some places. I think it probably depends like when they were built and stuff too. Like in Florida, there's a lot of like little neighborhoods that were built by all the same developer. Like they pop up and build like 30 houses in one little neighborhood by the same guy, and they're all the same house. And then like that little neighborhood has an HOA. And then there's one next to it, and then one next to it, you know, but a lot of like places that were built a longer time ago are just like houses on streets, whereas Florida's like little neighborhood, little neighborhood, little neighborhood, little neighborhood, you know, and they're not gated or anything, but so maybe in like some places they're more common in just like the fancier places, but here, where I live, I don't like associate an HOA with like a fancy place. I just associate it with like those sorts of houses. I don't know. It probably depends where you live though. I'm trying to think. I want some more bushes. Can you choose not to be part of it? I don't think so. I mean, like, I live in a townhouse, so, like, my building is like, my unit is connected to all the other units, right? So, like, I can't very well be like, I don't want to be part of this, because I'm attached to them, you know? So, I don't know. And it's like part of the like subdivision neighborhood, right? The HOA. You come to the wrong place to ask questions about this. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know much about this. Cindy, thank you for the 33 months. You've come to the wrong place. I think, ew. What more do I want to do? I like this little thingy. No, it doesn't. It's weird. Carmen, thank you for the 6 months. Cindy, thank you for the 33 months. Clint, Moonlight, Give, Tay, May, Hanser, J Mus, Shrimp, Part of Your World, Lisa. Thank you all for the subs and stuff too. A lot of hassle for nothing. That's how most people feel, I think, Kitty. Yeah. My parents' neighborhood, their HOA has a, what do they call it? Like an architectural review board or something. Or there's like a landscaping one like that. And the people, there's somebody that literally walks around the neighborhood and is like, your grass is too tall. There's a weed here. Do this. And like, we'll send you a letter being like, this, and this is wrong with your landscaping. Fix it. And like, they just walk around and send you a little hate mail about you need to fix this, and this. So some people are, but the thing is, like, that's not all of them. It's like the person who runs it. And like the neighborhood votes in a person to run it, and like most people don't want to deal with it. So then the person who wants to deal with it is usually a nightmare, and then they're in charge. Because like that individual wants to walk around to people's houses and be like, your grass is too tall. Grow up. Love for all peoples, thank you for the bits. Carmen, thank you for the 6 months. Thanks, everybody. So, like, the eco lifestyle inspectors, yeah. Okay. You got a letter because your tree was dead and it was the middle of winter? Oh my god. My neighborhood did send a letter out like a couple years ago when I first moved in. And the letter was like complaining about kids playing on the sidewalks and like taking up the sidewalks. You're complaining that children are playing in the sidewalk? Okay, kids are, I don't know what to tell you. Like, they're kids. Like, they're playing in the sidewalk. I don't know. Go play in the street, kids. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know. But they haven't done anything like that since. It was just that one time. I never saw any kids playing in the sidewalk either, so I don't really know what they're talking about. But where are the kids supposed to play outside? Like, I don't know. When I was a kid, we used to, like, walk around. You wanted to play in the street? I don't know what to tell you. Weird. Very weird. I think, oh my god, I don't know what to do to fill up the rest of this landscaping. Can you tell I'm trying to put it off? Yes, you can tell. I know you can. No, don't like that. Oh wait, I want to go back to that. I want another one of those bushes I put there. Well, people don't really have yards on Storm here. Like, there's like communal grass areas, but nobody really has like a yard. There's like grass in between some of the buildings, but there's not like yards to play in, you know? It's just like some little pieces of grass. Like, people just, there's like sidewalk and driveway, like parking space, but there's not like yards. So the kids can't play, there is no yard to play in. Like, I don't know, it's just really bizarre that they would complain about that, but I think, where did the bush go? This is the one I was talking about. Yeah, that's probably good there. Maybe I could put another one like on the other side. Yeah, that could work. And then like the tree near it. Yeah, I can see that, Dawn. Some people are just like grumpy. And they don't want they don't want to like hear kids playing, cuz like sometimes, you know, kids are, oh, the kids are playing soccer outside and they're yelling while they're playing like during the day, like I don't know. Some people are just grumpy. I can't imagine like submitting a formal complaint about something like that. Like, anyway. I'm okay with how this is turning out, I feel like. We just gotta get more landscaping. Fiona Cheese Clint, thank you for the subs. I'm not gonna finish this today. I'm not gonna finish this build today. Physically impossible. Oh, I need to go back to debug again. Back to debug again. Sorry, everyone. Look, if you came here for quality builds, I don't know, you should have realized a long time ago you're not going to get that around these parts. So, I don't know. We'll make this work. It's gorgeous. Thank you, Christine. I feel like I've reached the point now where I more so know what I want it to look like, and so I feel less lost with it. In the beginning of today, I was not feeling good about this. Okay. I like that. How long are the morning streams gonna be? I don't know, Clint. I think it depends on the day. Like today, probably like 3 hours. I don't know. But I'm going to hang out with my brother and sister later because Brett and Shanna start school next week, so I was gonna go hang out with them today. So I can't stream all day. You've heard of streams after dark. Now get ready for streams before coffee. The plants are clipping into the wall and the fence. That sounds like a you problem. This is gonna be on a platform, so it's fine. Don't really care about the fence though. That doesn't really bother me. Hi, little Tika, good morning. Anyway, we're gonna have the whole house on a 2-high platform, so I don't need to worry about the clipping because it's gonna be higher up. No, I like it how it is. Just don't look at it. Start school in August? Most places around here do Epic. I think it depends where you live. Like, a lot of you might start school in September, but Florida has always started school in August. My whole life, the first day of school was on my birthday more than once. Birthday's August 14th. So a lot of times, like, my birthday was the first week of school. That, like, middle of August, first week of school, very common. Pretty much always my whole life, it was like that. Which is unpleasant. I'm not gonna lie. I not my first choice for the first week of school. Don't really want to have school on my birthday. Especially not the first week of school. But anyway, that kind of sucked. First, second day of school. Ugh. Toto, thank you for 11-month resub. Okay. I'm kind of liking this. I'm definitely missing some things. I need a mailbox still. Maybe I could put it on the wall. I like how mailboxes on the wall are in The Sims. I think they're very useful. Think it needs a woohoo bush? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think as far as bushes go, oh, we have these new bushes now. I don't know about that, actually. I don't know about that. Oh, I started in September? Yeah, Maggie, that must be a weird adjustment to start in August when you're used to starting in September. I know, like, Dan's sister Caitlin doesn't start again until, like, mid-September or something. Wait, maybe it's early September, I don't remember. But yeah, we always start in August here. Tay, thank you for the 12-month resub. Yeah, Battle Cake, I always thought that was weird too, because some places start school on purpose on a Wednesday. Like, I had school start on a Wednesday before when I was a kid. Most of the time it was on a Monday, but I had school start on a Wednesday before. Like, the first day was Wednesday, and then, like, went Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then back on Monday, which is really weird. Oh. Never mind. Maggie does start in September. So she lied. Really, maybe I read her message wrong. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, we finish the school year before you do too. Our summer has just shifted. Like, if you finish in July, like, we finish in more like June. So we do, like, have the same amount of time, but it's just adjusted. So, I don't know. I guess the midweek start, is that so that teachers can have the Monday and Tuesday to prepare? Is that why they start midweek? Like, if school's gonna start on Wednesday, is that, like, so teachers can work on Monday, Tuesday? I would assume so. But if they don't have Monday, Tuesday, they're just gonna do it the week before, so I don't know. I don't know. I want this size up. Do I want this? Can't tell. I want another pot. I think a 3-day week is a good way to adjust to the first week of school too. Like, having a shorter school week is a good first week back. Right? Okay, we're gonna need a different plant than this. Is that from Spa Day? Ooh. There is speculation that they're gonna update the Spa Day pack. They said in their live stream yesterday that they're planning on updating a pack. Oh my god, the difference in the size up and down is very big. They're planning on updating a pack, and we think it's going to be Spa Day, based on what they said yesterday. So that's interesting. Don't know how I feel about that yet. I guess we'll see. They did that survey, that community survey, like, I don't know, 2 years ago or something. And they asked, like, if we were to update a pack, like, and they asked some questions about it. And I remember them talking about updating, like, expansion packs in that survey. So, like, I always thought it would be cool if they updated Get to Work and, like, added more to it. But I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Millo, thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's good to see you. We're building a little house right now. But yeah, I don't think Spa Day would be my first choice for that, to be honest with you. But maybe it's like a test run to see if people like it. I don't know. But I feel like Spa Day wouldn't be my first choice to update. I kind of forget that Spa Day exists. Wait, so maybe that's why? I don't know, but I kind of forget that Spa Day exists. So, Jess, Bunny, Tay, Jaro, Dodo, thank you for the subs. Also, this is not confirmed Spa Day. This is just speculation. So, it might not even be Spa Day. But, people think it will be. So, but, like, what are they going to add to it? What level are we when we talk about updating it, what level are we talking about? Like, I'm just really curious to see. I don't know. Like, what could they add to it? We'll see. I have no idea. I might put a little... I really don't like this house. I don't know. I am unsure about this. Oh, Silas, thank you for the sub gift. Favy, Bunny, Local Honey, thank you for the subs too. I feel like... Good morning. Hey, Sammy, what's up? I'm thinking about giving it another chimney. I don't like the other chimney. I changed my mind. If you put it there, maybe? And then if we actually put, like, a chimney part in them. No, not that one. No, not that one. No, not that one. Where's the little metal one? This one. Oh, one's higher than the other. They're both gone. Okay. That's fine. Star, thank you for the bits, by the way. I appreciate that. Yeah, make it all black. Ew. Oh, I don't think I like it. Why not the mission style chimney part? What, this? Because it's too big. I mean, if I size it down, maybe, but it's too wide by default. And I think it looks silly. That's why. It'd be different if we were just putting like a chimney on a roof piece, like this one is meant to be. Because if you just stick that there, then it's like fine, but I might happily just put, no, I don't, never mind. I don't want to put anything in it. No. No. Change my mind. Change my mind. Happy birthday, Noodle. This one, maybe? I like that. That I'm fine with. That I am okay with. Roger, thank you for 11 months. Lauren, thank you for the 10 months. Oh, thanks, Fox. I appreciate that. Oh, I didn't put a window over in the corner over here. I have not done that yet. I will do it now. That's nice. See? It's definitely growing on me. Still unsure about this part. Don't know what to put there. We'll see though. We'll figure it out. Roast beef, thank you for the Prime sub. Is there a bump out on the left side of the house? No. There is not. I think it looks like there is in the picture, but I don't like how it looks in the Sims, so I'm not gonna do that. Will it be on the gallery? Yeah, I will. Put it on the gallery once it's done. I'm not gonna finish this today. There's literally no way I'll finish this today, so we'll have to finish it later this week, but I'm definitely gonna put it on the gallery once it's done. I like that. It's growing on me. I might put some of, where's the Jungle Adventure like? Or not Jungle Adventure, Island Living. Just the bushes. Genuinely, just plants. Oh, that clips, that's annoying. I might be okay with that. I don't know. I like the front now. This is fine. Now I haven't figured out the back yet, so that's a problem. Have absolutely no clue what the back is going to look like. So that's step one. Let's solve that problem quickly. We can put a bench light. I haven't like furnished the front yet. I'm just doing the landscaping, so we can go back and put a bench and stuff. I've just not done the furnishing yet. Ross, thank you for the bits. Happy birthday! Richard, thank you for the sub. Beanie, thank you for the 8 months. Thanks, everybody. Okay. Mina, what do you mean it looks the same as an hour ago? I'm taking offense to that message. No, it doesn't. You owe me an apology. That was mean. I worked really hard on this. Okay. I think I'm gonna put like it's too high everywhere, right? Yeah. Jess, thank you for the bits. Ross, thank you for the bits too. Clint, stay tuned. Soon. Really soon. Okay. I wanted to put like my vision is to have a walkway. A small walkway, or no, that's ugly. That's ugly. No, Dan doesn't have any merch, Ave. Maybe at some point in the future, but Dan doesn't have permission to work right now. Because he just moved to the US, he has to wait a while till he gets like a work permit and stuff, so he's not allowed to earn any money. So he is not allowed to, for example, sell merch. He can't even get paid from Twitch at all. So, for a while. Usually it might take like 7 months, but right now, because of the pandemic, I don't know how long it'll take to get his permit and stuff. Okay. I think 7 months? OMG? Yeah, but worse. Yeah. Find that very dumb. And there's a lot of parts about this immigration process that are dumb. That's one of them. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Okay, I think... I want to put like... I'm thinking about putting the pool here. Oh my god, grow up. Like, that could be cool, right? To like there. We'll put a fence around it. Dunno. Daku Radical, Laura, Jess, Russell, thank you for the subs and bits, everybody. Thank you so much. Okay. I am happy with this, I think. Mickey-shaped pool? Oh my god. No, 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 no. Take it back, take it back. Ew. Maybe we could put like this and then have some landscaping behind it. Can they get in the pool from the platform? Dunno. Not my problem. It looks cool. Don't know. Not my problem. Kat, thank you for the tier 2 18 months. No, you can't really do a rounded pool. There's not, like, there's ways to put things around the pool to make it look like it's round. Like, you could use, like, an item sized up on the edges so it looks like it's rounded, right? But you can't, like, make an actual round pool. Like, the pool itself will never be round. It's always gonna have straight edges. If you use a ladder, they can. If you put a pool ladder, you mean like you literally mean if I put a pool ladder. Where's the pool items? Oh my god. Oh, new menu's weird. I don't think they can. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that would work. We can pretend it does, but I don't think that would actually work. I don't know. Aspire, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Noah, thank you for the 5 months. Kat, thank you for the tier 2 18 months again. Looks like it would. I don't know if you can see, but the pool ladder is actually a lot bigger. So I'm not sure. But platforms look nice. So... Lucy, thank you for the 17 months. It works. You've done it? Oh, cool. It does work then. I take your word for it. I believe you. I believe you. I'm gonna put some grass terrain paint. I will like how this looks. We can use terrain paint and then a little bit of dirt terrain paint too. As a little combo. I don't know. Pixel, thank you for the 6 months. Lucy, thank you for the 17 months. You think the bushes with the leaves look bad next to the pool? It would be a nightmare to clean. But look, if you lived in this house, these people have a guy for that. Somebody else is gonna clean their pool, don't worry. Fruitish, thank you for the raid. It's good to see you. Welcome in. We're currently building a house. Oh my god. I'm not expecting negative comments. I really tried. I'm not sure if we like it or not, but I'm building this right now. We're working on the backyard. I think it's gonna be quite fancy, so I'm kind of excited about it. But welcome in, it's good to see you. Hope you had a good stream. Richard, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure, Kayla. Thanks, Fruitish. I appreciate that. How was your stream? What were you up to? What were you getting up to? What was the plan? What did you all do today? Painted? Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the windows and stuff. I kind of want to put like a gazebo or something over here. Maybe I will do that. Unfortunately, Kelly, I have literally no idea. People ask me a lot about that kind of thing. Just so you all know, they don't tell me anything about sales in advance. I don't know anything about their plans for sales. So I have no clue when the next Sims sale will be. I wish that I could give you more information, but they don't tell us that kind of thing. So I don't have any information on that, unfortunately. I'm really sorry. I wish that I did. If I did know more, I would be, and I could tell you, I would, but they just don't tell us that. All right. You can bundle Dream Home Decorator now. Just now? Could you not until now? Oh dear. That is not a good sign for bundling of cottage living. That's gonna take a long time then. When did it come out? Hey Snap, what's up? Good morning. Come here. You wanna say hi to everybody? Come here. This is my cat. This is my friend. Hi Snappy. Happy, thank you for the 3 months. So cat, much meow with the 10 months as well. Feels appropriate. Anyway, this is my cat. You look very cute right now, Snappy. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, that's my friend. Let me put, is this on the right platform height? Nope. Same platform height, please. She's still on my lap. You can't see her, but I swear she is. I swear I'm not lying about it. Oh, I kind of like how this looks. I think this will work out pretty well. Oh, bye, Snap. Bye, Snap. I'll see you later. Corey, thank you for the 7-month resub, too. All right. Do I like this? I think so. I think it'll be nice. And then maybe if we could get, oh, maybe I'll make a fake staircase down with a platform. I'm gonna put columns, don't worry. Just haven't done it yet. That'll be how you get down. Okay. Oh, that's a bit weird. It's okay. Need to change the color of the fence too. What's the house for? Just for fun. No reason. I'm just building because I want to. Just because I want to. Ew. Go back. I kind of like how that looks. I don't know why. Loud. Grand, Garcia, Des, Corey, thank you for the subs. Can you hear them? No, this doesn't have... That's not the right swatch, is it? Maybe we do this one. A bit, but it's okay. Yeah, see, maybe the Wednesday morning is not a good idea if they're gonna do this. What's that? I think it's a leaf blower. I think it's a leaf blower. Okay. I like that. I think that's nice. You can't hear anything? Well, that's good. SMP, Brenna, thank you for the 14-month resubs, both of you. Thank you so much. Thought I was at your apartment? Oh, that's kind of funny. Luckily, it is not at yours. It's here. All right. Where will the exit be? These are all very important questions. How do you escape from the inside? Should we do like sliding glass doors somewhere? Honestly, probably. And we can put something like that above it so it looks realistic. I don't know. Nice. No, I'm not using the headphone microphone. I have a real microphone. I use these headphones when I'm streaming because I don't like feeling trapped with like real headphones. And I don't like that I can't hear things going on around me when I have big headphones on my head. So I like to use these when I'm streaming. Everyone always makes fun of me for it, but I prefer this, especially when I lived alone. Obviously Dan's lived here for about 4 days now, so it's not as big of a concern. But when I lived alone, I liked to be able to hear when things were happening at my house. So I prefer to wear these. Okay, I think... Well, we're gonna put these windows on the side of the house for sure. I might move them around once I do the floor plan as well. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, I might put it like that. Yeah, I'm with you, Lauren. Yeah. I'm just paranoid. To be honest, for good reason. I don't mean to be dramatic, but like people have come to my house before, and I just paranoid. Okay, I'm paranoid. I don't know what their intentions are. I want to know what's going on, and I'm here by myself. So, full transparency. I'm afraid. Okay, I think. Yeah, we can do it like that. No, I don't like that. It's ugly, isn't it? Okay. I might put like... I think I'd like to do something like that, just to have some more... I don't know. Just to have some more. I don't like how this looks. I'm not certain about these windows being here. I'm thinking about, I don't know. Belief Feller is loud. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. That's the neighbors. Oh my God. The other day, I thought that my neighbors were moving out. I guess they might still be, but I'm unsure of what's going on. So you know my bad neighbors, the ones that I always complain about, the loud ones that have parties all the time and are up until like 4 a.m. playing loud music outside of my bedroom window. Yeah, well, the other day, there was a carpet cleaner, like a big carpet cleaner truck in their driveway. And I was like, oh, this is a good sign. They moved in August of last year. And now August of this year, there's a carpet cleaner. Is their lease up? Are they leaving? Well, they're still there. So I don't know when they're going. Because wouldn't, like, if the landlord had hired a carpet cleaner, wouldn't they have done that, like, after they left? Right? Like, why would they do it while they're still there? Unless they hired the carpet cleaner? But I don't know. I don't know. They're still there. I got excited, but they're still there. There's still a chance. They might have to do it themselves. I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. I think... I don't remember when in August they moved in either, so I don't know when their lease would be up. I thought that they bought it because the house was for sale and then was bought very quickly and then was like they moved in like right away, which they could be like renting it, but I assumed based on how fast the turnaround was that like they had bought it and moved in. But they're college students, so I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. But yeah, they're just very loud college students, my neighbors. Very loud college students. Okay. I can't even begin to express to you how loud. I don't think you understand. It's so annoying. They keep me awake so often at night because they hang out and they like play loud music and like smoke on their patio until like 4 a.m. and their patio is right underneath my bedroom window and the walls are very thin. So I can literally hear every word they say. Like just speaking voice, I can hear every word they say, which is so annoying. But they're also like out there playing loud music and like scream laughing, which is worse than just talking. So, it's a lot. And they also park in my driveway and block me in, and it's just, any good gossip? No, not really. Do they play good music though? No, not really. It's fine. Chloe, thank you for the 5 months. Addie, thank you for the 6 months. It used to annoy me more, like earlier on in the pandemic because I was very frustrated that like there was a pandemic going on and they were just having all these parties and playing all this loud music and being so reckless, you know? Not the loud music is not the problem, but there's a pandemic and they're having all these people over all the time. Like, that really bothered me. Still does, but it's honestly been happening less recently, so okay. I'm not sure what I want to do up here. Maybe I will put just these. Oh, that could work. That could work. I don't know what to put here, though. No, the pandemic is not over, but tell that to them. In fact, it's simply getting worse. But again, tell that to my neighbors. It's really scary right now. I don't understand how they can be like so reckless. I don't know. It's like baffling to me. It's upsetting. It makes me angry. And I also like can't wrap my head around how they can be so reckless. You know, like whatever. Those are a bit low now, but that's probably fine. I'll put it on the gallery simulator. Yeah, I just gotta finish it first. And I'm not that close to finishing it. I still haven't furnished it at all, so. Oh, my voice, sorry. Drink some water. Okay. Oh, that's a lot. Barry, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I know, Shan, it's stressful. People, like, they barely wore masks around here, even when there were mask mandates. And now that King Ron DeSantis has decided to give up, not that they ever tried, but now that he's very anti-mask, more so than usual, people really don't wear masks anywhere. So, Darth, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Ron DeSantis is the governor of Florida. He's a fool. Yeah. That's all. What do I want to put here? Maybe one window? I don't know. I'm gonna come back to that. Volno, thank you for the 8 months. Darth Breen, thank you for the 8 months as well, and the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Maya, I'm so glad to hear that. That's awesome news. That is awesome news. I think maybe... No. I guess if we put some more of the plants. Nikki, I did this on purpose. What do you mean nice lawn? It's the desert. You don't like that my pool's right up to the fence. It's the desert. I did this on purpose. I don't know what to tell you. I do put nice lawns in backyards in a lot of my houses. Not in one like this, though. There's also a really nice lawn in the courtyard in the front yard. It's a different style of house than you want, and that's okay. It's the desert. I want a big patio. I would much rather have a big patio than, like, dirt. I don't know. No, Abby, we're gonna wait a little bit before going anyway. I don't want to go anywhere anyway, but Dan only got a second dose of the vaccine like 2 days ago. It's a bit early to be going anywhere. So we're not gonna be doing that anytime soon. No, but in a few weeks maybe, when Dan has more immunity built up, possibly I would feel comfortable going in public. Okay. Green Spoon, I live in Orlando, so it wasn't 5 a.m. when I went live, but it was 5 a.m. for you when I went live, I assume, and for that I apologize. I went live at 8 o'clock this morning. I'm trying out, I'm seeing if I like the idea of streaming in the morning on Wednesdays. So I'm live right now. I might not always stream at 8, maybe more like 9. I'm not sure yet. How come he isn't vaxxed? He is vaxxed, Sylph. So Dan is only 24. The UK has 8 weeks between doses. So Dan was only able to get his first dose about 7.5 weeks ago. He would have been able to get a second dose in the UK in a few days. But obviously he moved to the US before then. So we got the second dose like 2 days ago here. He is vaxxed. He got it as soon as he could, literally. But the UK has longer between their doses. Also, hi, Cheesy. Thank you for the raid. It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you had a good stream. I am currently building. Do I want to open that to the ground floor? Maybe I do. I'll think about it. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, I'll fix that in a second. Okay. Oh. That's pretty decent. That's a pretty decent floor plan, I think. That kind of worked out. No, he got Pfizer both in the UK and in the US, Ayla. He got Pfizer in both the UK and the US. Okay. I need to... Oh dear. I need to do this differently. All right. That's fine. I got Pfizer as well. I just took whatever they are. I mean, same with Dan, just whatever was available to me at the time. I said, I will take the vaccine no matter what. So, okay. I want to put some doors. That works. I like it. Doors here, door there. Okay, 3 bedrooms. That's not bad. That's not bad. And then whatever we can manage in the bottom. Now the downstairs, I'm not sure what to do with. I will figure it out. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. We're doing all right now. I just hit my head into my mic. I'm sorry if you heard that. Miss Maven, thank you for the 5 months. Michaela, thank you for the Prime sub too. I think I want to put a fireplace over here because there's a chimney right out the door. So I might put a fireplace there because there's a chimney behind it. Gio, thank you for the 4 months. Ravenclaw, thank you for the 9 months. James, thank you for the Prime sub too. Okay. Make an ensuite above the entry. Well, we have an ensuite. It's here. This one's really, the entry would have to be that big. It's not big enough to be a decent sized ensuite. I don't want to. I don't want to. Okay. So we'll have a small living space there. I'm thinking we could have a small... I might even close it off. This could be an office. That could be so cool. Let's make it into an office. The back door, this is from Island Living. Okay. I think... Don't like that. Maybe I'll make it like have more of a hallway. I mean, this is the entrance, right? So it's okay if the entrance is... We can make the entryway like that on purpose, even if we wanted to. We could do it bigger. I don't know. That can be a bathroom. We'll see. I'm not sure. Okay. We can have a big bathroom down here if we wanted. It could be like that. Michelle, Care Bear, thank you for the subs, both of you too. Okay. Now, go like this. I like that. That seems nice. And then we gotta fill out the rest of this room. I don't know. I don't think I want to... I don't know if that's weird or not. The, like, tiny arch in the space of the bigger rooms. Maybe it is nice, actually. And this can be the office. And then this will be the bathroom. Maybe we could put the kitchen, like... Or, well, let's think about this. Wait. Okay, what if... this becomes a gym? All right, this formal dining room. Where does living room go? That I'm not sure about. Okay. I don't know. What's the house for? No reason, Beans. I'm just building a house because I want to build a house. It's not for any particular sim. It's not a first for me. I use medium wall height all the time. I just don't like it for a lot of builds that aren't supposed to be grand like this because I find that we are severely lacking when it comes to windows. This is medium wall height, except it's got a platform in it, so it's like half medium wall height. And I do this because I think that the windows look too small on medium wall height most of the time. They don't give us enough windows of enough variance to make, like, especially tall wall height. Tall wall height's the one I don't use. Medium wall height I use. Tall wall height I simply do not use because the windows look ridiculous on it most of the time. But that's not my fault. That's the fault of the windows. Like, for example, the ones from Realm of Magic, they're really pretty, but they're so tiny that, like, this just, if this wall was tall wall height, this would look so silly. That's so silly. It's so small. Anyway, that's my issue. That's why I don't use tall wall height. I do use medium wall height, though, a lot. Mostly for the ground floor only, obviously. But, yeah, I don't know. If we had more window options, I'd use it more often. But most of the windows, especially for, like, certain packs, like, from certain packs, the windows are just too small. They don't really work. No, you can't scale up windows. You can stack windows now. You didn't used to be able to, but you could, like, do that, I guess. Now. You couldn't when Realm of Magic came out, though. You can do that now, though. Which is nice, I guess. Okay, where does the living room go? There's not a good spot for a TV on the wall. Maybe I'll put, I might change my mind on this. And instead, I'll put... But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of taller walls just because I think they're hard to make look nice with our lack of windows. This is filler furniture. It's not going to stay. I'm just making sure it fits how I want it to. Imagine if we had, like... Yeah, then you can't get into the room, though. I want a TV. I can use a smaller TV. I can do this one and make it work. No, I can't. I can put the living room over here and make it work. And then possibly I can make that into a small bathroom. I want it to be open. I don't Janie, thank you for the 15-month resub, by the way. I like the idea of the dining table being here. I like the idea of there being a big kitchen though, and there's not really space for that otherwise. So now I'm thinking maybe the kitchen could go like this. Dining table, living room, something else, music. I don't know. And we can like separate a little bit with a half bathroom. We can make this work. No, I'm not going to be live later, Sam. The point is that I'm going to start streaming in the mornings on Wednesdays on purpose. We're going to start doing morning streams on Wednesdays just to see how we like it. But that's my plan. Okay. Morning for me, at least. It might not be morning for you, but it's morning for me. I'm okay with this. I think we can make this work. I want... Yeah, I like that. I like that. But it's better for time zones. I don't know. Other time zones. Maddie, thank you. Namaria, Danger, Emmy, Janie, all the subs and bits too. Thank you so much. But yeah, like for example, one of my mods, Jess, lives in Korea. Regular stream time is not so ideal for Jess. My regular stream time is actually extremely inconvenient for Jess. But right now is better. 5 a.m. regular streams, yeah. Meanwhile, today, 5 a.m. on the West Coast. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay. I think... Well, maybe if I put... Wait. Change of plans. Slight change of plans. Maybe there could be a stove there. Fridge goes there. Can I more easily fit a sink? This one's weird. This could work. No, this could work. What happened at 5 a.m.? I went live. I went live at 8 a.m. Eastern time, which is 5 a.m. on the west coast of the US, which again is obviously not super ideal for people there. Maybe for some people there, but for most of them, I assume that my going live at 5 a.m. is probably not the best. Okay, I think maybe I will put that there. Oh, I guess that sink could be nice, like directly under the window. Okay. Okay. Maddie, I know that feeling is scary, but you're gonna do great. Starting your freshman year of college. I know the feeling of like moving into your college is really scary though. Trust me, I've been there. But it's gonna go great. I'm very excited for you. Okay, I think I am not sure what I want the bar stools to look like yet, so I'm just not gonna do them for now. I'm just gonna come back to that. Part of me kind of wants to do tile inside too. I think that kind of thing is pretty. Sorry, don't mean to yawn. My bad. I did wake up at 6 a.m. though. I'm gonna be honest, I have slept terribly the last like 2 nights. Last night I had nightmares, a lot of nightmares. I don't want to talk about it. And the night before, I had a really bad headache and they kept waking me up in the middle of the night. So I'm not doing so hot. It's not fair. Last night was not good. I'm not gonna lie. Not good. Oops. I kind of like that. And then we can do a different tile in the bathrooms. Okay. Same thing upstairs. But I'm gonna do wood floors upstairs. Maybe I could use the new one. Oh, not that color. That color. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. Okay. Don't know about this door next to these archways. Maybe I'll do 2 door. Unsure. Unsure. These are my favorite tiles in the game. I really like them. I think they're really pretty. Okay. And then, as far as rugs go. Yeah, doors are more practical for offices, but do they look as nice? Would I do the not so berry challenge? Simsbean, I made the not so berry challenge. I don't know if you knew that. But my friend Zoe and I wrote it a few years ago. I haven't played it in a while. Maybe someday. But I did make that one. So I know it well. Okay. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, actually, wait. I might change my mind on this. Because those are the wrong height. I might do it. I might change this. I like the idea of the windows there. People ask that a lot, Natalie, if I would update it for new packs. I think that it's really long as it is. And if I were to update it for new packs, I'd probably just make a whole different one. Like, I think that it's already so long that updating it for different packs, like, what am I going to do? Add, like, 10 more generations? Like, So, I'm not really sure about that. I don't know. Possibly at some point, but maybe not right now. Mac, thank you for the 2-month resub. McKenna, thank you for the bits. Maddie, thank you for the 16 months again. Yeah, we can make a whole second one at this point, yeah. It's just so long as it is already. It's a 10-generation legacy challenge, you know? All right. I think... it's definitely a bit tight in here. Like, is the dining room gonna be there? What goes here? Is it just open? I don't know. I don't know. And then, like, upstairs... I guess this could be a bedroom as well. If you wanted, it could be a 5-bedroom house. At least this could be a bedroom as well, you know? So a 4-bedroom, and then you could probably add a bedroom here if you wanted. Could always make it bigger too. I'm making it bigger because it was bothering me. Is that better? What if I did double doors? It's an office. Double doors is good. Base game, base game, base game, base game, base game, base game. Ooh. Wait. This one bothers me. But it's okay. I like how those look. I think that's very realistic. All right. And we can have like bookshelves out on this side, a desk. I don't know. I think that makes sense though. Double doors is that guy from Harry Potter, right? Yes. Moxie, I don't think this house is big enough to have a butler's room. I mean, I guess maybe it's fancy enough to have a butler's room, but I don't know. I was gonna make it a gym. I feel like the second you add a butler's bedroom, like, we're upping the scale of this house. Oh, okay. Miss Madison, thank you for the 8-month resub. I stare at it and feel overwhelmed. That's where I'm at right now. Do you play The Sims 3 or The Sims 4? Honestly, if I were you, I want to play The Sims 3. If you can make it run. MJ, Dan never streamed on Wednesdays. That's part of why I wanted to stream early on Wednesdays, because that means that Dan and I can hang out on Wednesdays in the afternoon and evening, because he doesn't stream. And then if I'm live in the morning, then we can actually do something on his day off if we want to, you know? Like, for example, today, go and see my parents. But anyway. Flying, thank you for the 13 months. How about a sauna room instead of a gym? I feel like to put a sauna in your builds, you have to like plan it out more. Like, you can't just like plop a sauna. I mean, this is the exact right size for a sauna, but you can't just like plop a sauna in most places very easily. If it was only accessible from the outside. Wait. Wait. Maybe that's kind of good. Maybe that could be kind of fun. And then you can go into the sauna when you're trying to swim. Sauna in the desert? Yeah. We're in the desert. I'm putting a sauna? Yeah. What? The problem is the doors are like ugly. The doors are ugly, and that's my problem. 'Cause maybe that one could work. I don't like the back of this. We're gonna need to do some work on the back of this house. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna revisit in a moment. You love the Sims 3 soundtrack? I love the Sims 3 just in general with my whole heart. I think that a lot of people feel this way for like the older Sims games because it's very nostalgic for them, you know? So for example, the Sims 3 to me is my favorite game of all time. Because I have such fond memories of playing it obsessively when I was like 9 through 13, you know? Which is like peak time to become obsessed with something like that. So I really like The Sims 3. I have a couple Let's Plays on The Sims 3 on my YouTube channel. We used to stream The Sims 3 a lot, but I haven't streamed it in a while. Maybe we can play it again soon. I'd like that. I also want to start playing Minecraft more on stream. I just like Minecraft, and I play it a lot off stream, so I might as well play it on stream. Minecraft's one of my favorite games. So my brother and Dan and I started a save recently in Minecraft. Like, we started playing on a realm recently, and it's been a lot of fun, and I kind of want to play it on stream. So maybe we can make a fresh start and play it on stream together. Me, you, Brett, Dan, heck, maybe Shanna could play, I don't know. I don't think Shanna and Brett would want to be like on voice call in the stream, but if they're just on the realm, they can just be on the realm hanging out, you know? Okay, I don't like that actually anymore. I want a smaller one. Let the mods play. Okay, how many people are gonna be on this, Jess? How many? You're trying to hijack my family time now? We could try and do a mod one at some point as well. But you maybe aren't invited to the one with my brother. Sorry. But I like him more than you. I don't know how to tell you this, but I like Brett more than you. Okay. Don't take it personally. Rotisserie, thank you for 11 months. Oh no, it's her again. Thank you for the 2 months. Do you know what? I want to try and play, I've never played the original Sims, The Sims 1. I've never played it. It came out when I was 6 months old. Unfortunately, I was not a gamer then. So I've never played The Sims 1. And I want to play it really bad. I need to talk to James about how he was able to install it. And then maybe I can play it. Because I want to play it. Thought you were a gamer at birth? Yeah, actually, believe it or not, wasn't playing The Sims when I was an infant, unfortunately. I'm so sorry to disappoint. But I was a bit busy being a baby. But I know some people, like, hasn't even Spring Sims made some Sims 1 content more recently as well? How did they get it to work? I'm gonna ask them. I can be a simmer. Harley, thank you for the 2-month resub too. Okay. I like this. I think that's fine. I don't like no, I don't like that anymore. I want a different toilet. No. No, this one. This one comes in a nice color. There we go. I like it. Can I explain how I get it to work? What, The Sims 1? I'm sure there's guides online. If I figure it out, I'll tell you. But I'm probably the wrong person to ask. I don't know how to make it work either. Unfortunately, I'm probably not the best bet for figuring that one out. Okay. The older Sims games are actually really hard compared to The Sims 4 as well. I don't know if you've ever played them, but like The Sims 2, for example, is genuinely extremely difficult to play. Like your Sims are just a lot harder to care for in those games than they are in the more recent ones. They're even harder if you're 6 years old, yeah. But those games are like genuinely kind of difficult. Do I like that? I'm not sure. Maybe? I can't tell. You can watch a video on them just to, if you don't know, just to get an idea of it, because I think you might enjoy watching a video on older Sims games. If you like The Sims 4, you'll probably like watching a video on like The Sims 1, because it's just kind of fun to see like what it used to be like, you know? But yeah, even The Sims 2 is really hard. Like when we were trying to stream it a couple months ago, it's like genuinely really difficult to care for them. And I had like my Sim, and then he started dating his boyfriend, and they adopted a baby. And so I like had a toddler for maybe 20 minutes before I ended the stream, and like even that 20 minutes, it was a lot. I don't like this curtain. I don't like this curtain. I'm really not sure what I'm doing here. Oh, I used to play My Sims all the time. My Sims was like my favorite game. That was the first Sims game I ever played was actually My Sims Kingdom on the Wii. And I got it for Christmas from my grandparents one year. And I loved My Sims Kingdom. I was obsessed. I played that game so much. Really good game. I would love a new My Sims. I would just adore that. EA, if you're listening. But I really liked that game. You can play My Sims on Origin, can't you? But I want a new one. I want a fresh one. But it was hard to you? Yeah, I used to think it was hard too when I was a kid. I wonder how I'd feel about if I played it now. And I had SimCity too, but I used to think SimCity was too hard. When I was trying to play it when I was really young though, so that's probably why. But like city builders in general are kind of hard. Like City Skylines, really hard. Even now, really hard. I don't know, I guess like building like everything always gets so traffic jammed. I'm not smart enough for City Skylines. Even after I watch so many City Skylines videos on YouTube. That's like my prime YouTube content that I watch is City Skylines videos. Still think it's too hard. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they can pull it off. I always play it a lot and then get stuck and then I just give up on my city because it's destroyed. But it's okay. The beginning part's always the most fun, right? But yeah, I like City Skylines too. Same thing with Planet Zoo. Like Planet Zoo is genuinely kind of hard. And I don't like it. I love Planet Zoo, don't get me wrong, but I don't like playing games that I feel like I'm bad at. And I don't think I'm very good at like decorating in Planet Zoo and making them like the zoos that pretty. You know, and that makes me feel sad. So a game called Mini Motorways right now. Oh, I bet that sounds fun. Now I want to play City Skylines again. I know what I'm doing later. I've never heard of Mini Motorways. I bet I would like that though. I can just tell from the name that I probably would like that. I like that kind of thing. I can't stream City Skylines though because I get stressed with the backseating because there are people that are smarter than me that try and tell me how to play and then I'm like, how could you try and give me advice that's good advice? What is wrong with you? Leave me alone. I'll just sit here and suffer by myself. You aren't allowed to be smarter than me. You're not invited. I just feel embarrassed trying to play games that I don't know how to play on stream. I think that's part of the problem. You can only backseat if you're wrong. Yeah, exactly. Do you know, I've never played Overcooked. I bet I would like it though, T. I bet I would like it. Maybe Tia. Oh. Either way, I bet I would like Overcooked. I think... Where's my toilet? Thank you. I'm just trying to get the bathrooms, I don't know if you can tell. I'm trying to get the bathrooms over with because they're boring me, and then once they're done, I'll feel better. Have you been playing it with Marissa, Jess? It's rage-inducing? Yeah. Why is the floor sparkling? Oh, because I have Bust the Dust. So it's not dusty, therefore it's sparkly. Anyway, I love how you're all like, Overcooked made me cry. Oh my god, when I was on the plane, so I flew back from, like, I helped Dan move from the UK to the US last week on Friday. Obviously long flight. What did I do on the flight? Play Candy Crush. The whole time. Not the whole time. I read all of the Hunger Games, the first book. So I spent most of the time reading. But I also played a lot of Candy Crush on the plane on the way back. I haven't played Candy Crush in literally years. And then I was sitting there and I was like, what to do? Candy Crush. I will play Candy Crush. I enjoyed that. Do I have the Hank Green sequel? Yeah. Yes, actually, I do indeed have it right here. Haven't read it yet. Well, there goes my birthday gift idea. Sorry. I do have it. I finished reading the first one. You like this one more? Yeah? Okay. I haven't read the second one yet, though. I decided when I was packing before I left to visit Dan, I was like, what would I enjoy reading on the plane? What's something simple? A game about a book about death. That'll work. No, but I was like, I'll bring the Hunger Games. That'll be an easy one to read on the plane. Obviously I've read it before, like a bunch of times when I was younger, but I haven't read it in years. I read the Hunger Games when I was in middle school, and I haven't read it since. So I was like, that could be a fun one to read the Hunger Games again. So I did. Did it hold up? I liked it. I think there were a lot of things. I've seen the movies a lot since then, but I haven't read it in a while. So it was kind of fun reading the books again and being like, oh my god, yeah. like the character Madge that doesn't exist in the movies. I was like, oh yeah. I forgot about you. You exist. Fun. So it was kind of fun reading him again because there were things that I had forgotten about it. Because I hadn't read it in a while. So that was nice, I guess. To know. Okay, I think that's fine for now. Let's do the bathroom upstairs. Okay. I have not read any of those like dystopian books again. There was that phase a few years ago where like there was a million young adult dystopian novels like that. And I read them all when I was in high school, but I haven't read them all in a while, so it was kind of fun reading The Hunger Games again. The one I will not reread is Divergent. Oh. I read Divergent when my dad was in the hospital getting his bone marrow transplant, so I just have bad vibes from those books in general, to be honest with you. Everything about them, bad vibes. Bad times, bad vibes. But I read those with my parents, both my parents, like my dad had his bone marrow transplant, and my mom went to stay with him because he had to be in the hospital for like a month and a half. So my mom went to stay with him while they were doing that, and it was an extremely unpleasant time in my life. So I associate Divergent with that, which means I don't really want to reread it. Okay, I think. Oh yeah, and the movies were terrible. Oh, it's actually kind of sad. I agree. The movies, they never finished making them. So, like, it just sort of ends. It's kind of sad. Dan and I rewatched all the movies, like, a couple months ago for Divergent. Yeah, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. Okay. You refuse to watch the movies? Oh, you know, you might be better off that way. You might be better off not watching the movies, to be honest. I don't know, you might be happier. Why didn't they continue the movies? Well, I think they made less money than they expected, so the last movie was going to be a TV-only release, and not like a cinema release. And obviously the cast was like, I didn't sign up for this. I don't want to do that. So they didn't do it. And I guess you can't really blame them, but it does kind of suck that they never finished them. So, yeah. Snow Leopard, thank you for the 12-month resub too. Oh yeah, I read Maze Runner. I read all of Maze Runner. There's like 5 of them, isn't there? I read them all at one of my brother's baseball tournaments once when he was a kid. I remember just like sitting in it was like a travel tournament. He like had to go to somewhere in like South Florida for it. And so I went and I just sat in the hotel room and I read all of Maze Runner. All of it. I don't think I liked Maze Runner that much. I was young when I read them, so I don't remember specifics, but I don't think I liked it that much. I think I was like annoyed by it. Like the later books. The first one's always kind of good, and then the later ones, they just start ruining things. And what's the point in that? Why do we have to ruin everything? Yeah. A lot of books are like that though. Okay, the bathrooms are done. That's nice. Julia, thank you for the 3 months. Rachel, thank you for the Prime sub. No, I don't think I've read that. I don't think I have. I definitely haven't, Sonnerly. I don't know why I said I don't think I've read that. I definitely haven't read that. Maybe I'll read it at some point. Upload for build Sunday. I'll post a build of it on YouTube eventually, Max. I have a bunch of builds backlogged still. Like, I've got a fixed upper from like 3 weeks ago I recorded that I haven't posted yet. So we'll need to post those. No, Foxy, don't stop reading Divergent. I think you'll like it. You'll like it. Read Divergent. Read the whole thing. I think it would be nice for you to understand. I want you to read all of Divergent. It's important to me. Don't stop. Read the rest of it. Don't stop. Finish it all. Okay, I will. Good. It's a good experience, I think, that you need to have. Miss Moringa, thank you for the 20 months. Julia, thank you for the 3 months. Just because I didn't like it that much doesn't mean that, like, it's not worth reading, you know? Okay. It is one of those series that probably went on for too long, though. It's only 3 books. But, like, it's one of those that they probably could have stopped. You know? You could have stopped. I think this is my favorite wallpaper in the entire game. None of them, Maggie? Really? I haven't read or watched Shadow and Bone, Cassidy. I saw it on Netflix. And I saw a lot of people on TikTok talking about Shadow and Bone. That's one of those ones that, like, everybody used the Shadow and Bone hashtag on TikTok for, like, forever. Kind of like how, I don't know how hashtags on TikTok work, but you know how, like, some videos have the most random hashtags? Like, you still now see random TikToks that have, like, Simlish sessions hashtagged. Are they, like, sponsored hashtags? Is that how that works? But, like, I kept seeing the, like, Shadow and Bone hashtag on TikTok. It's very weird. I don't know how it works. No, they're trending? Well, they're sponsored, and that's why they're trending. Not everybody, no one is just putting hashtag Simlish sessions for fun. Especially not still. But it was like a sponsored hashtag that is now still trending, I think. But people just put those trending tags on, like, everything, and then it's randomly Simlish sessions is still trending. Anyway. Do hashtags actually work on TikTok? Or is it like a myth? Because I feel like there's no way that putting hashtag Simlish sessions makes a difference. I find that, like, really hard to believe. Like, I know that, like, people do it to try and get on the For You page, but does it actually work? Is what I want to know. Maybe it does. I feel like it doesn't hurt, but does it actually help? Turtle, thank you for the 6 months. I don't know much about the algorithm on TikTok. So, you're gonna be TikTok famous? I believe it, Hope. You can do it. If you just believe. Junimo, thank you for the 5 months. Sorry for yawning. I feel like hashtags don't work much on most platforms. But maybe that's just because I don't use them personally. So, like, they work for some things. But for, like, the average, I don't know. Okay, I want to put... Maybe that could be nice. I don't know. TikTok's kind of scary. Their algorithm is really, like, spooky, how things go viral like that. Like, the average person will just have a video, like, blow up. And then they get so many hate comments because people, like, they obviously weren't expecting, like, strangers to see it. And then all of a sudden they've got 1 million views on TikTok and everybody's, like, making fun of them. It's kind of scary. Like, I had a TikTok go viral. It's a TikTok of me sitting on the toilet, literally. It was like doing this like TikTok trend where you like tap the screen and it flips the camera, and it made me look really funny because my face was not symmetrical, was the joke. But obviously I was holding my phone like this, so it's not gonna look good. But that got 6 million views. How? Why? It took me 15 seconds to make. I don't... Kind of scary. Don't know how it works. The weirdest things blow up on TikTok. Okay, I need to put... I think I like that. How is stardom? Well, it was about months ago now, so I don't really... When did I post that? April 15th. Yeah. It's a while ago. I want to check... Oh, look. I made 11 cents yesterday on the TikTok Creator Fund. I made 6 cents the day before that. I don't mean to brag, but... It's very weird how this kind of thing happens. Okay, well, there's the hallway. I've made good progress. I have to furnish the rest of the house still. I'm probably going to get off stream kind of soon. And then, so the schedule for this week, if you missed it, I posted it in the Discord, but tomorrow, regular stream time, we're going to play The Sims like normal. On Friday, we're doing the drinking stream that I promised you all for the St. Jude charity event. Back in May, when we did our St. Jude fundraiser, I promised that if we raised $250,000 for St. Jude, I would do a drinking stream. And then we raised $320,000 for St. Jude. So I'm going to do the drinking stream on Friday with Dan. And then on Saturday, I also promised that if we raised, it was like $10,000, so we way past that. Dan and I would do each other's makeup on stream, so we're going to do that on Saturday. So that's the plan. Couple fun streams like that. Shots? No. No. And then at some point in the next week and a half or so, we're going to do the baking stream that I promised you. And my birthday is not this Saturday, but next Saturday. So we're going to do a charity stream next Friday. So this Friday is the drinking stream. Next Friday is the charity stream for Able Gamers. So that's the plan. We're going to do the drinking stream at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So it's going to be like later than normal because it'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're usually live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. That, I am sorry to tell you, is 1 a.m. in the UK. I don't know where you are, but I apologize. We're going to play Mario Kart, Dan and I. The charity stream's going to be a long stream, Squishy. I'm going to go live at 4 and be live probably until about 10 for the charity stream. So it'll be like a 6-hour, maybe a little bit longer stream for Able Gamers. I don't know if you guys knew this, but my friend, let me pull up his Twitter so I can show you. My friend Steven Spawn, he had a goal to raise $1 million for Able Gamers for his birthday last year. I need to go to the Spawn Together page so I can show you. But as you can see, they're actually getting really close to the goal of $1 million for Able Gamers. So we're gonna, wait, let me turn off the photo. We're gonna raise money on next Friday for Able Gamers too, and hopefully help get a little bit closer to that $1 million goal. So it's like we're doing that next Friday. It'll be open for a while, but that's the plan for next Friday. Oh, the page is open, but we're not doing the stream until next Friday. That's the plan. And then also next week, we get to start fixing Dan's Animal Crossing Island, which is kind of exciting. So we have a lot of stuff going on. We will have Donate Button. It's not open yet, Mochi. It's not open yet. Again, the stream is next Friday. So that is the plan. That is the plan. And again, I'll post the schedule in the Discord. So if you want to join the Discord server, it's discord.gg/lilsimsie. it is down below. In the chat and in the panels if you want to join, but I post the schedule there always, so if you need like updates on the stream, I always post it there. So like, for example, when I went live super early today, I announced that in the Discord beforehand. So, and again, my birthday is next weekend, so like we're doing this charity stream like to celebrate my birthday and also I guess Steve's birthday, but we're doing that next Friday because of my birthday. That is the plan. I'm kind of excited. So Finky's crossed, it goes well. And then Dan and I are going to play Dan and I are going to play Mario Kart this Friday. And next Friday, we're probably going to play Sims. I find that playing Sims for charity streams is usually the best bet because we get the most viewers when we play The Sims. So when you're doing a charity stream, let's be real. The goal is to have as many people there as possible at the charity stream, right? Because that's what makes it the most effective. So we'll probably play Sims during the charity stream next Friday. So, drinking and driving. Yeah, drinking and playing Mario Kart. Little Tika, thank you for the bits. Do you know what? Speaking of drinking and driving, I'm going to give some perks to Twitch for this one. Not about drinking and driving, but about driving and breaking the law. Twitch is really good about if you live stream yourself being a bad driver. Like, for example, this big streamer got banned on Twitch because he was live streaming from the car, and he kept checking chat on his phone while driving. He got banned on Twitch for that. And I respect that. I am really glad that they like moderate that well, because he deserved it. Checking your chat while you're driving, don't do that. There's also other people in the car that could have been checking. So like, he deserved to get banned. He should not be doing that. But he's banned now, so that's nice, as they should. Twitch is pretty good about that. I've seen like more than one person get banned for doing stuff like that while they're driving, so I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, streaming while driving in general, I feel like is a bit questionable. I don't know, because what are you gonna do? Like, I know that most people that do that, they have like text to speech on for the chat and for all their alerts, because obviously you can't look at it. But in general, I feel like streaming and driving is a little bit questionable. I don't know. I think IRL streaming in general is a bit scary, just for like this, like I think of this all the time, but like these big streamers, if you have like 30,000 viewers and you're like IRL streaming, not that it's like a bad thing to do, but like it just seems kind of scary that like you could go to a restaurant in your IRL stream and like people are watching you live, they know where you are real time, like they can see your real location because you're like walking around in the city and they can like see where you are and follow you. Like, isn't that really scary? I mean, I guess people who do it are okay with that, like, because they do it on purpose, but, like, that makes me so nervous that people can see where you are real time and, like, show up. I remember, I forget who was doing it, but I saw some big streamer was IRL streaming, and then they were trying to go to a restaurant, and the people kept, like, calling the restaurant and, like, trying to prank the streamers by calling the restaurant, which is just bad. Like, but I'm not surprised people were doing that. Because, like, people do that kind of thing on Twitch especially. There's nasty people on the internet. But, like, they're now bugging the restaurant just because, like, there's a streamer in the restaurant. And, like, scary. Kind of scary. Maybe that was Hassan, yeah. I don't remember who it was specifically, but it probably happens to, like, all of them. It probably happens to, like, all of them. So, I don't know. Seems scary. I would be too scared to do an IRL stream like that. Especially if you're walking around. I don't know. That's like my worst nightmare. Is the people showing up where I am. I'm so paranoid. That seems dangerous though. Because like obviously some people don't have bad intentions. But there are people who do have bad intentions. You know? And like you don't know who they are or what they're going to do. And if they can like track you, that's kind of scary. It's one thing to, like, stumble into you and see you in public and, like, say hi, but it's another to, like, be able to follow you around, you know? Anyway, Gabby, thank you for the 3 months. Little Tika, thank you for the bits. Thanks, everybody. No, you can say hi to me in public if you see me squishy. That's fine. Don't get my words twisted. If you see me in public, feel free to come up and say hi. Don't try and track me, though. Don't, like, follow me around and try and figure out where I live and where I'm going. You know, that's different. It's one thing to be like, oh my god, Kayla, hi. And another to actively seek out my location. Different, you know. Feel free to say hi, though, in public. That's a fun thing. Please don't try and find me, though. Different. But anyway, I'm probably gonna get off stream here in a second. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm sorry I didn't finish the build. We'll finish it this weekend though. I'll finish I might stream a little bit early on Friday, pre the drinking stream, and we can finish the build, and then we'll go live again at night and do the drinking stream. I don't know. I need to figure out what I'm doing on Friday and if I have time to stream twice, but I think that's the plan. And then I'm gonna go see who all is live. Happy 19th wedding anniversary. That is huge, Brina. Congratulations. That is really, really exciting. Let me go see who all is live. Oh, sorry, open my own stream. Shut up, Simsie. No one wants to hear you talk. Okay. Sorry. No one wants to hear you talk, Kayla. Oh, I think that we could go and raid. I want to raid someone we haven't gotten to raid in a while. You know, like, for example, I don't know when Taz gets off stream. I don't usually stream at this time, so I don't get to raid people like Taz very often because she's usually live before me. She usually gets off, like, before I'm even live, you know? But we can raid Taz. That'll be fun. Taz is a good friend of mine. And you know what's super weird? Taz went to university with Dan. They didn't know each other, but, like, I remember Taz tweeted at me, because I went to Dan's graduation, like, at this point, like, 3 years ago. And Taz was like, "Are you at the University of Portsmouth graduation right now?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was graduating that day, too. So it's really funny, like a really weird small world, like they were at the same graduation. I don't know. Anyway, she's a sim streamer. She's playing the 100 baby challenge right now, which is kind of fun. So let's go over and say hi, shall we? Yeah, the world is small. So let's go over and say hi. Thank you for hanging out. I will see you tomorrow, my friends. Have a wonderful day. And I don't know. Bye.